Disclaimer: the following content is not intended to be a tutorial or how-to video of any kind. It is for entertainment purposes only. What's poppin' punches? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping in and watching today's video. We are racing Megacross Round 1 down in Mendota, Illinois. I've raced this series quite a bit in the past. The best I've ever placed is a 6th. So there was about 4 things on my radar coming into the race. Number 1, don't get hurt. I get really scared on the starts. Just everybody funneling into that corner, especially in C-Class, that can get pretty gnarly. So my plan was to try to ride as smart as I could, watch out for what other riders were doing, try to avoid accidents at all costs. You know, I think most people do try to avoid accidents, but C-Class just gets sketchy. So I was just really going to try to be on my toes, like do well, view the other riders as obstacles so much, like count them as almost wild cards. They can go this way, they can go that way, they might do this, they might do that. Like, that's how I was going to look at it to try to keep myself safe. Number 2, I wanted to do well. I've placed 6th here a couple times, so I wanted to place as good or better than my best finish. I really believe that I have the speed to do it. If I can keep the nerves down and don't do anything stupid, I think that's a very achievable goal. So that's number 2. Number 3, I wanted to do well in points this year. This is about a 12 race series. The most I've ever raced in one year, I believe, was 5 races, and half of them I was like dead last. So not very good. So this year I wanted to be competitive, make it to hopefully every round. You know, sometimes life happens, the sport is expensive. You know, it doesn't always go our way. But doing well in points is our 3rd goal. And our 4th and final goal for this video is a little bit of a stretch, but we wanted some contingency, alright? Like I said a few moments ago, this sport is expensive, and I wanted to get some dinero back, if you know what I'm saying. So yes, we want to be in it for the money. We just got to get inside the top 3. Let's get it. Yeah, we definitely didn't come out inside the top 3. So, no contingency from this class anyways. After the first lap, I hit neutral going over that jump, and then this guy on the 2-stroke got around me, and we battled for the whole rest of the race. It was super fun. When he went outside, I went on the inside. We were switching up the lines back and forth. I was trying everything to get around him. And a couple times it felt like he was trying to defend. It was just really fun, clean racing. And I felt like this helped get me out of my comfort zone a little bit and try to look for different lines and actually try to race instead of be out there just shaking, so nervous that I'm going to get hurt, someone's going to crash, it's going to be super bad. Like, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking about how can I get around this guy, and like I was trying all these different things, and I just kept getting closer and closer and closer. All these corners, trying the insides, they were working but never quite enough to actually secure a pass, so I just had to keep trying, and that was just super fun. Definitely made me keep going throughout the race, and it just kind of makes you forget that you even have problems. You know, it was fun. It makes it so worth the travel time and the entry fees. It was just a good time. So I'm going to be quiet, sit back, enjoy the rest of this battle. We'll catch up with you guys in a few. as you can see, in the end, all of that work paid off, and we were able to come away in a whopping 12th place. Yeah, so not a very great finish, but just a really good experience. And Open Sea is about 2 classes away, so I have to drive straight to the gate and kind of line up right away again. So this made me feel really alive and ready to fight. Okay, so here we are on the gate for Open Sea. I won't be showing you any of 250C tonight. There wasn't really anything exciting. I placed 7th in that class, so I didn't do too bad, but we didn't get any contingency. There wasn't really that many good battles. It was just okay. So I won't be showing any clips from that in this video. But Open Sea was very exciting, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but I turned the camera at the start here, and there's no one like 3 gates to my right of me. So I have plenty of room to book it into this corner. If I can get a good jump and get ahead of these guys, we might be looking at some contingency. We might be looking at placing better than my best finish ever. We could be looking at a lot of things, not to mention sitting very good in points. So we had a lot to race for, and I was ready. May I remind you, I just came off of winning that battle in 14-24. So I was feeling a little froggy, you know. I was ready to send it. I wasn't going to be doing anything dirty or crazy, but let's just say I wasn't really that afraid. I was just I was ready to go for it. All right, so let's get this gate dropped and let's get into Open Sea. This was such a stupid move by me going outside. If I would have gone inside, I A, wouldn't have been passed by the number 89 there, and B, I probably would have passed that Kawasaki ahead of me, so I would have been 2 positions ahead of where I am right now. You'll see that right here I try to make a pass on this guy, but I stopped because I could see that he probably wasn't going to stop, and he did grab a handful of front brake when he saw me there, and he almost went down. So yeah, he probably would have stopped and I could have made the pass, but honestly I thought I was going to get clobbered. Remember the last time I got past here? Yeah, we like to repeat mistakes on this channel. It's just what we do. Okay, so we didn't do that well, but it was still a good experience, all right? We got to race a little, we got to have some fun, we didn't get hurt, which was one of our goals, and we placed 6th, which is our second goal checked off. Now, as far as points and contingency goes, we didn't do too bad in points tonight. You know, a 6th, a 7th, and a 12th. That's not too bad. You know, if we start being able to place in the top 3s, I can climb my way up that championship ladder relatively quick, I believe. As for the contingency, yeah, we're still quite a ways off of that one, but there's still time. You know, we'll just see how the rest of the season goes. As I keep working and building and getting better, and start getting top 3s, then I can start getting some contingency. So do you guys remember when I mentioned sitting good in points? Well, that was before I missed the previous 3 races. And actually, this point calculation only calculates the previous 2, so I'm probably even further back in points than this shows. But as you can see, 14 to 24, I am all the way down in 17th with 5 points. So not very good. And then if we go down to 250C, I'm all the way down here in 33rd with 5 points. And then if we go down to OpenSea, we're actually only in 13th with 5 points. So not very far back in OpenSea. Honestly, OpenSea, there might still be a shot at me climbing up and doing fairly well. The other ones, that's going to take some digging. I've been training and practicing, but getting over being sick definitely put a hiccup in it. And the weather is way warmer now, which has taken a hit on my endurance. And I'm having to work a lot harder to do the same thing I was doing then. But I'm hoping to come back and not miss any more than the previous 3 rounds. So still time, and this just makes it interesting. Let's see what I can do for the rest of the season.